Hey, NEF 7th grade. So you guys are going to be doing what's called the point source and non-point source lab. And it's just going to be a simple, easy to do at home lab that can show you the difference between point source pollution and non-point source pollution. Okay. And there are about 3 things that should be in your kit that you got during the drive-through. Okay. The first one's going to be a paper that looks like this. Okay. You're going to need this paper to help you out in the lab. You should have gotten some colors, some markers that look like this. And you should have something like this. This isn't necessarily what yours looks like, but like a little spray bottle to help you show rain. Okay. So the first thing that we're going to go over that I want you guys to look at is your handout. It's a handout that shows a watershed. And again, remember, a watershed is anything that any piece of land or an area of land that is connected to water, a body of water, and that can lead into a bigger body of water. So in this case, you see a river, and around there you see farms, you see wildlife, you see some tall buildings and a power plant, right? And we're going to use these illustrations to help us understand the difference between point source and non-point source pollution. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and move this over here and just move my webcam down a little bit to kind of help us with this lab. Okay, so you'll see here we have our lab paper, and it's going to be a real simple lab. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to grab a green marker, and green is going to represent your power plant. Okay. So what I want you to do, there's no such thing as coloring inside the lines in this lab. You're just gonna do it, color over it, right? So this is gonna be any kind of pollution that's coming from your power plant. See, we're just gonna do a good dark color and just color just there. Okay. Now this would be a point source pollution because you can see here when we get to the rain part, it's going to look like you're going to know exactly where this pollution came from. Okay, from the power plant. Okay, so green is for the power plant. The next one I'm going to use is orange. Okay, orange is going to be for the farm. Okay, now there's only one farm here. So we know any kind of livestock or pollution like manure, fertilizer, all that stuff, is going to be found from this specific farm. Okay, if we had another farm located there, then we would know it'd be that. There could be more than one. In this case, since there's only one farm, it would be considered a point source pollution because there's only one farm. If there is pollution coming from it, we know exactly it's coming from this farm. Okay. The next thing that we're going to use is a blue marker, and the blue marker is going to be from the city here. Okay, so the thing about the city is it is a big place, and you're just going to color all over it. It's a big place, and we don't know exactly where it's going to stop. Okay, so pretty much there's a lot of different things in a city. This would be a non-point source pollution because there's a ton of things. There's a ton of different buildings, different people. So really, at this point, it'd be a non-point source. Okay. And then the last thing that we're going to color with our purple marker is going to be all the wildlife that's around the foresting areas. So this again would be a non-point source. See how it covers really wide? And we're just going to color it all over. Okay. Okay. We're done with the coloring. Okay. The last thing that we're going to do, let me go and move some of this stuff out of the way. Okay, and I have like a little tin here. You may want something kind of like a sink or something to help you not get messy. You're going to take your paper and you're going to crumble it all up, right? Kind of get it to where it's nice and crumpled up. Mess around with it, kind of mess with it, okay? And then what you're going to do is you're going to try and flatten it out, but not too much. Don't flatten out that much to where you can still kind of get some little hills and little things here, okay? See, now we have the a nice little like textured piece of land. Then the last thing that you're going to do for this lab is you're going to get your water, your spray water, and where it shows water coming down, you're going to just spray it and spray it and spray it. And it's going to go down the river and you'll see the pollution. Okay. So now you can see that the colors are starting to mix, but here we have a lot of green. In this case, we know exactly where that green came from. It came from the power plant. We see a lot of purple, but the purple we're not quite sure where it all came from because there's just too much purple, right? Same thing with the orange. We know where that comes from. And the blue, we don't know where that comes from, right? Non-point source, point source. All right. So that's been the lab. Thank you guys for trying this out. See you later.